Let's stand upright, arms and palms open, feet under knees, knees under hips, hips under shoulders, knees relaxed and not locked out, head up, proud chest, hands and palms open, and just breathe. Be here and now. Reach out with your senses. Your hearing, hear the farthest sound. Your skin, feel the play of air on your hands, legs, and face. Set your intention for the day. Okay, let's begin. Feet a little bit wider than hip width, just a little. I want you to bend down and stand up. Bending down, head and shoulders up, standing up. That's 2. Bending down. 3. You should feel the weight in your heels. 4, so you can wiggle your toes at the bottom. 5. 6. 7. We'll do 8. 8. This time come up, pick that leg up, open it up and drop it down a bit wider than before and drop. Pick the other leg up now, pick it up high, open it out, place it and drop. Good. Right up. This is a slow, controlled movement. Breathing in as you lift up, out as you squat down. In as you lift up, and down as you squat down. Nice and slow, really smooth, and always balanced on your support leg. Up and over. One more on the left. Up and down. I want you to pick your leg up, put it in front of you, and step forward and drop down lightly on that knee. And pick it up again and bring it back. Good. Up and over. Drop that leg. Pick it up and back. And repeat. Up and over. Dropping down. Up and back. Lifting it up. Dropping down. Nice and smooth. Nice and slow. Let's turn to the back. Pick your leg up. Open your hips open. Step back and lean to the back a little. Keep this leg grounded. Bring it back over and put it down, slight bend. Lift it up, turn your body, bending down, reach it up. Oh, I'm having trouble with that one. To the side, up and out, wider and drop. Bring it back over. Up and over and drop. Very rarely to the front do we get a chance to really lift our knees up regularly over objects. And so we lose that strength capacity to pick our feet up, hip hinge really well, stepping backwards, and down. I've got the wobbles this morning. And other side, over and back. Good. Up. One more to the front. And over, lunge, bring it back. Let's add a squat on here. Bang. Should be starting to feel the legs lining up. You're breathing evenly and down. Okay, good. Let's drop to the floor now. Hands down, knees down. Push ourselves back into squat. Head and shoulders are the first things to come up. Squatting down, reach out, bring those legs down. Good. Up, just turn to the front on. Bending down, hands down. Good. Good. Let's take that a bit further. So down, knees out, hands further, right to prone. Push yourself back. If you have to move your hands back in, Push them up and down. Reaching forward. Try to make it one smooth move. Good. You really should start to be feeling some heat, a little bit of heat flowing through your body now. Good. Good. Now, same thing, or down, drop those knees to the floor and up. And what I mean by same thing is if you have to put your hands down to drop your knees to the floor, then do so. Good. So either down, let those knees pop out in front of you, bring them back and stand up, or hands down, standing up. Good. 3 more of whatever it is that is your choice. Out, back and up, or hands down. Good. And another one. Going down. Good. Pivot back and up. Just give them a bit of a shake now that they're starting to get nice and warm. Okay, so let's drop down. Now, you can either put your hand down on the floor and drop your knee next to it, just to sit upright. 2 hands down and back up. Or squat down, drop one knee down, bring those knees back into squat and stand up. Down and here. Now, in all of this stuff, you can put your hands down, of course, get into a position, come up, or your hands can be on something higher, like the edge of a couch. That's a perfect place to try and explore squatting and pivoting with your hands on something much higher. One more each side, down, one knee drop, good, or down, good, good. Make sure you always get to the end point as well as the beginning point. So what I mean by that is if you're squatting down and you have to use your hands to put your knees down, get into the spot where you want to be at the end of the move. Even if you have to put your hands back down to come back up again. We want the most efficient movement we can get. And if we're always practicing the right end point, then eventually we'll get there. Down, out, back. Good, now that we shake the legs. Legs wider still. We're going to turn our feet out now about 45 degrees. We're going to squat those legs down and let those knees run out over your toes. Hands on the edge of your knees and just sit there. Kind of like you're bracing yourself. Just sort of relaxing. Kind of my shoulders are all shrugged up because basically I'm forming a brace and I can't get any further. Just sort of suspended. Drop one shoulder in and one shoulder back. And let that shoulder relax in. And when you're ready, come out and swap. Now if you have to come out of this position to sort of get yourself, relaxed again, just do that and come back. Swap over. Very good, really good twist. Swap over again. Good. Let's see if you can get a bit deeper. Yep. Forearms now into your knees and sit down into this. I'm not all the way down in squat, right down here. I'm kind of halfway between and I'm sort of pushing my legs wider than I can ordinarily go, giving them a bit of a shove. Good. Come up. Let them relax. We'll try that again. Squatting down, forearms into knees. Give them a push open. Okay, now I want you to actually go down to a nice squat. Look at the timer. We'll give ourselves a minute for this. I want you to get down into your best squat position and just stay here. Now, it doesn't matter where it is. If you are having to put your legs wider to get more comfortable, do so. If you get uncomfortable here, you could stand up, but if you can, just take your hands forward, stretch the legs out a bit, a couple of times, maybe just 2 or 3 seconds, and then jump back in again. We want to stay here for a good minute, just letting ourselves sit into this position. While you're here, you can Play with it a bit. Try twisting your body around, maybe reaching up for the sky. Reaching up for the other side. You can try to open your legs up wider while you're here. 10 seconds to go for our minute, if you've been doing a minute. Come up anytime you want. A good minute hold is a great way at any point, whether you have to do this, shake it out and come back in again. A good minute hold in this position is a good way to try and increase your mobility in a squat. Good. Okay, let's get out of that position. But we want now into side bend sit position. We're going to put our hands in the safety position, fingers forward, roll over and sit up nice and straight. Roll over, legs pop up in the middle, over we go. Good. Practice a few, leaning back on your wrist with your fingers in the forward-facing safety position, elbows nice and soft. Let that roll over the top. Try now a few without your hands. That means you have to put your feet out in front of you a bit further, then do so. Good. Rolling back a little, no hands on a couple. Let's just keep that going. Good. Over now, hands on either side of our knee, lift up into kind of a kneeling position. Dropping down, across we go, up. Try a couple with your hands, both supporting on the way down, pushing on the way up, and a few without your hands at all. I might turn this way as you keep going. Hands are back for a couple, and up, or your hands are not up, not down, and you're just rolling this across. Good, good. Let's continue pushing this a bit further. Across to kneel, back leg around to the front, and stand up. Leave that back foot back there so you don't lose where you are. Kneeling down, bring that front knee around, sitting down, rolling over, standing up. Good. If this is confusing you with your legs, it's probably time to revisit video 1. Good. Keep this going. Dropping the foot, swinging around nice and balanced, dropping the body, over we go, and up, and stand. Try some with hands. Knees around, fingers are taking the safety forward-facing position, and we're standing up. Good. Around we go. Good. Good. Just give your legs a little shake for a second. What I want you to try is that sequence, just this front sequence, extremely slowly. So rather than moving with momentum through the whole thing, I want you to go as slowly as you can, feeling the range, feeling everything that you do. And when you get to this end, you're going to lift off the floor as slowly as possible. Really slow. Up you come. Now we're putting our bottom down. Again, extremely slow. I don't want any thuds, no banging, total tension. You're in complete control. Drop it. Yay. There we go. And over we come to the other side. Now keep trying that. Lifting up. If you have problems with your knees or you have sore knees in this one, do it slowly and use your hands as well. Just be mindful that you want to try to really feel which muscles are engaged. Now this is extremely difficult. And what's happening now is that we remove the momentum and we reveal weaknesses. Any compensation in the attachments in our hips, glutes, pelvis and so on. By slowing things really down, we get a sense of where our weaknesses are, and we can start to really focus on them. Good. Good. All right, let's get into rock and roll. So you can either start on the floor, grabbing the shins, making your very round shape, and just starting small little rocks backwards and forwards. You've really got to tuck under your pelvis to get a good smooth roll. You can sit up, round and drop down. So if you're sitting up, make sure you sit into it, really round your back, tuck your pelvis under so that your roll is as smooth and ball-like as possible. If you're feeling clunky back, there's something not quite right about your roll and it will hurt. So rolling backwards and forwards. Try a few no hands. If you've been joining me on the rolls and falls series, hopefully your rolling capacity is getting much better. Good. Good, tucking the hips under. While you do it, I want you to just try to roll off your spine now. So put your weight on one butt cheek, rolling back, and you're going to follow the side of your spine rather than, just turn this way a bit, rather than the middle. Kind of try and get yourself off to one side. Good. Giving your kidneys a good squish. Giving them a nice wake up. Good. Try 2 on the left and a couple more on the right. Good. Good. Excellent. Figure 4, just from memory, all I want you to do is to roll back, hands on either side of your leg, into crouch. Sitting down, roll back, hands on either side of your knee, into crouch. Good. Good. One more time. This time when we roll back, we're going to swap our legs over. I'll turn this way so you can see, crouching on the other side. Good. Good. One more. 3. Excellent. Good job. All right. Time to start getting into mobilizing for crawling. So let's get our wrists slightly more warmed up than they already are. Now my timer has cut off and I can't see it anymore, so I'm going to have to jump up and turn it back on. If you could just keep stretching your wrists out, fingers facing back and sort of rocking backwards and forwards. Fingers facing forwards, the same. And then turning your wrists out and rolling backwards and forwards over them as well. Crawling, and we'll have a specialised crawls class, is one of the best core all body workouts that's going around. And it starts on your hands and knees. And I just want you to walk forward a few steps, and I want you to walk backwards a few steps. Now as you're walking this time, just check to make sure that opposite hand and leg is moving. So it's not the same arm and leg moving at the same time, it's opposite, okay? That's easier to do when you're walking forwards than when you're walking backwards. Somehow when we get into reverse, the brain goes to mush and it feels a little tricky. Good. Now that's how it starts, and if that's your limit, stick with this. Give yourself a chance to just rest the wrists again. And as you're walking, try and just pat it around in a circle. Off to one side, moving your hands over. But if you need a bit extra, what I need you to do now is to get your toes turned under and lift the knees off the floor. You keep your knees close. You keep your head up so you can see what's going on around you. We are going to walk forwards for 3 and backwards for 3. Forwards for 3 and backwards for 3. And off you go again, forwards for 3. Who's holding their breath? Everyone holds their breath when they start to crawl. Backwards for 3, forwards for 3, relax. Have a watch. You need to breathe when you're crawling. If you want to sustain any effort, your body needs oxygen. So it can't do this activity while it's holding your breath for a very long time. And we want to do this and sustain it for as long as we can. Get into your crawling patterns. 3 forward steps, 3 backward steps. If you need to mix it up and you've got your toes off, pat it around in a circle. Go around twice one way and twice the other way. Good, good, good. You should start to really be feeling this in either your wrists or your quads or your glutes, anywhere. If your wrists are very sore, they will get stronger in time as you work on your 2-point and your crawling positions. You can also join me in the crawls class. Okay, let's just get our stick. So, bit of a rest. Reaching up tall. You might not be able to see me yet, I'm not sure. Here. Now, just leaning over to one side and stretching up. Now, this is not a relaxed lean. This is an extended stretch. There's no part of my spine that's floppy or relaxed. I'm in control of this, and I'm stretching up and over. Good. Stretching up and over. Now, a bit wider in the arms, over, and just give a little bit more of a pull with the bottom arm. Again, not relaxing the spine, but extending and stretching. And straighten the arm out and bring it over the top. Reach over. Very good. Now, the arms are probably good enough here. I want you to let your shoulders drop backwards. So sideways would be just like this. Just opening up the pecs and opening up the chest. You can make them wider, obviously. Let them go right through, but be very careful with that. We're not going to be in a position where we're going to go drag one shoulder through or another shoulder like this. We're just letting them reach forward in their own spaces to open up those pecs. You can do this in a door jam too, right? Hands, elbows at 90 degrees, pushing the shoulders through, or raising arm up to 45. Again, pushing your arms through. Really good thing, especially if you do a lot of desk work. Good. And sorry, and you do the other side. Just one more, pulling open. One more, straighten up. So lean over to one side, keeping my back nice and straight here, not folding over. Okay, good. The first one was a tripod transition. Hands down, the leg sweeps through. You're either sitting down and putting your foot back behind you. Sitting down, putting your foot back. Or extending the leg so that it's not touching, and then extending the leg back. Extending the leg, and even an extra one, no double hands down. So extend, 2 hands and out, or sit, 1 foot back. Good. Now, from here, we are doing these side leans again. So you're kneeling the leg that's on the floor is where we are going to put our butt down and stand up. Butt down, stand up. We add into this butt down and knee in and kicking this leg out. In, kicking this leg out. And if you want like the full move, get as low as you can and open up as much as you can. To pull it in, right in, and open right out. While we're here and while we're getting our arms right, we are doing a push-up combo. So push-ups are great because you can have your knees out on the ground and make them very easy. You can put the toes down and bend just at the elbows, whatever it is, or if you needed to, have your hand on something higher and pushing down, it's maybe the edge of a couch. Wherever your range is, that's where you are. So, but on this one, I want you to go down to the floor, drop your shoulder on the ground. So you roll off to one side, come back and push up. Down, drop your shoulder on the floor, come back and push up. Now if you're just doing sort of this like really bent up one here, maybe just sort of lean over onto one elbow and come back up. Or maybe don't lean at all. It's really up to you. We'll do those 3 activities twice around and then finish with a bit of a leg burner. So let's start with tripod transitions. Down, let's go. Leg out, back, 1. Forward, 2. 3. 4. 5, swap. 1. 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Drop that knee down. Let's lean over to one side. 1. And sit up. And 2. Sit up. You want to bring the leg in. 3. 4. 5. 6. We'll do 8. 7. 8. Swap legs. Over we go. 1. Up. Or bring that leg in. 2. 3. So it's either in. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Good start. That's a good one. Now, push-ups. Drop yourself. You're either legs out fully pushed up or knees down, down, off to one side. Back and up. Down, off to one side. And up. That's 2. Good. 3. 4. On knees. 5. 6. We're doing 10. 7. Take your time. 8. 9. 10. Good job. Now, I'm running out of time. 3 minutes. This is how I want you to finish. Now, you can do this with me now. When I'm gone, rewind at 5 minutes, do that sequence again, and finish with this again. Up to you. What I want you to do is just bend from side to side. Have your legs wide enough so that when you get your leg out, over your toes. You're not too far over your feet. So it's not tucked under over here, but nice and wide. One side, other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now drop and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go to the side. Stay even. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And then you would repeat. Down, down, down. And the last one down into the center. And then shimmy one way, other way. Good. All right. I'm out of time. Drop to the floor. Come back to that combo. Repeat it. Do the whole sequence again and repeat the whole sequence. But let's just get into a straddle sit. Legs are nice and wide, or as wide as they go. Just sitting up in front, and just let your arms go in front of you until wherever they feel comfortable. Just let the legs relax. They don't have to be straight and locked out. There we go. Oh, it's so hot in this room. I need to do something about that. Up, hands on the side, reach over. Wherever your hands get to, that's where I want you to go. You reach forward if you can, up to you. Other side. My timer is about to go off. My apologies if you hear any beeping in the background. I will turn it off. And up, and reaching forward. Good. Just let yourself relax. If you get to a good position where it's stretching, just hold it. Breathe in. And then out. And you're a bit further than before. Breathing in. And out. Good. Okay. Let's do a cross bend sit. Just reaching forward. That's it. Some people are really flexible in this position. I am not one of those people. Good. Make sure you try both sides, so uncross your legs, cross them in over the other way. Reaching forward. Very good. Very good. Well, I hope you enjoyed that session. I did. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to go through that combo twice, more, or even 3 times at the end. I encourage you to, next time you do it, write that combo down. Maybe I'll put it in the comments, and do that combo 3 times through. Really good work. We're starting to move into mobility where we're doing ground transitions now, so got to get wrists strong and our upper body strong. And there's some really good activities in that one to do just that. Thoroughly enjoyed myself again this morning, guys. Thank you for checking in mobility session number 2. Repeat 1, repeat 2 as often as you like. 2 to 3 times a week is perfect. I'll see you next week for round 3. And again, we'll start to ramp up the pace, increase the complexity of our transitions, and increase the mobility in our hips and ankles and knees, wrists, shoulders, elbows, the works. See you guys. Peace.